What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about The Flash, Season 4, Episode 6, When Harry Met Harry. Fuck you. Before we get into my notes, what were your initial thoughts on this episode?
I liked it. It was good.
Sounds like you were let down.
A little bit.
Really?
I was a little disappointed by the Harrys.
Oh, I liked the Harrys a lot. I thought they were fun. I did kind of wish they were in it more. I bet there's some deleted scenes with that.
It was just they didn't live up to my expectations.
I kind of get that, yeah. But I did enjoy them. So we'll cut to my... Which moment was this? Oh, my third note I put down is, which Wells is your favorite? So out of all the Wells we've had on the show, including Reverse Flash and HR and all that, and the ones we've seen on here, which Wells is your favorite?
Probably the one that died last season.
Probably HR?
Yeah, because he's just so goofy.
I think HR is my favorite, and I think my second favorite is the
German guy?
the Wolfgang Harrison Wells.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked him. I also really liked the Matthew McConaughey one, the one that was like kept having sex with people.
Oh, he was pretty funny.
Showed his dong in the middle of the episode.
Yeah.
It's nothing you haven't seen before. And Cisco's like, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And then I thought the Apocalypse one was pretty interesting, especially because when Harry said that his daughter gouged out his eye.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, so Jesse from that Earth gouged out his eye.
That's true. I didn't think about
So
that.
when he said that kind of makes it even funnier for me that they got into a fight and
Like,
she
I didn't
gouged
like
out his
how
eye.
he's eating that
Rat.
Yeah,
That was weird. But what's funny is I'm watching Future Man, and in that they're in the future kind of like that, and they eat rats too. So it's like, is that just a future
like
thing
on
people
a
do?
stick, like at the shish kebab?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
I don't know how I would serve my rat, but I don't think I'd put it on a stick.
my first note I got here is the opening scene with the mugger was pretty funny.
Yes.
And the Barry's like, quit shooting him. He's like, I'm not shooting him. He's shooting me.
Yeah.
I really like Barry and Ralph's like dynamic together. Like they're really good together.
So I think it's a full-blown conclusion.
Ralph's better than Wally.
Yeah.
Well, they're writing him so much better. Like they're using him more. They're not, and I think it is just because like they did the same thing kind of on Arrow. Whenever like there was Red or like Roy or even Thea, like someone who has the same powers or ability as your main person is never going to be as good.
Right.
So having him as the elongated man is like they're both so different that they can it's fun. And he's got such a different personality.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I really do like him. I'm really hoping he's in the cross. I haven't seen him in any promotions for the crossover or anything.
God, I would
but the way it's going, like how like Flash is training him, it would be weird if he wasn't in the crossover.
A little bit.
So I'm hoping.
I just want to see Oliver's reaction to him.
I want to see Oliver's reaction, and I really want to see what Diggle does, because Diggle's reaction is always the funniest when he meets someone new with powers like that. Like last year's crossover, he brought him back. He threw up off the balcony.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. Like I think that would be pretty funny.
I think we're gonna be let down again because I don't think he's gonna be in the crossover.
Maybe he'll be in at least Flash's part because if you think about it, it's Flash's wedding. For how involved he is in the team right now, he went to the bachelor party.
That's
you think
true.
He'd go to the wedding
He
after
was
all
the
that?
bachelor party.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like it would be really weird if they didn't involve that. My next thing is it was really nice going back to therapy. I thought we were completely done with that. So I was like, oh cool, going back there, and then he's like, yeah, none of this mumbo jumbo's gonna work on me, and then it actually did. We got to see the crying guy from last week. I forgot his name.
I mean, to be honest, Ralph was the highlight of the whole episode.
Oh yeah, this is totally Ralph / Harrison Wells episode. Like theirs total. But I like it. Then all of a sudden at the end of the scene, he's like, "Yeah, it's not gonna work." Hey, how'd you guys get over there?
Yeah, it was. He's just funny. He's goofy and he's
and
he means well, but he's
like HR from last season, but he has powers. Like the way his personality is.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because
goofy.
he's got like that the I'm dumb, but then like the same he's not kind of vibe going on.
Yeah.
So but there were some really nice Jurassic Park moments at the end. Like he literally, as he's stretching up to the movie or to the like second floor, he's like, "Oh, that movie's full of lies." Wait, which was the Indiana Jones one?
When he said that belongs in a museum.
Oh yeah, and then Flash is like, "We are in a museum." A
lot of Steven Spielberg there.
Yeah, and then even like when he's getting eaten by the big dinosaur at the end, he's like, "Oh, for the love of Jeff Goldblum."
Yeah, that whole like, I was thinking to myself, I didn't think Flash would be fighting a dinosaur. I mean, it wasn't a real dinosaur, but
It's
then he's like jumping off his.
these guys really like in Legends of Tomorrow, like at least once a season they fight a dinosaur or a dinosaur's in the episode for some
right.
reason. So they really like to do like dinosaur stuff.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, of course.
But that was really, I didn't expect that at all. Like when she was in the museum, I was like trying to look around like, oh, what is she gonna like bring alive? Which I thought her powers were pretty unique too. I kind of like how like this season with all the metahumans on the bus, it's actually giving us some different villains.
Yeah, because
Like we got
they're all
the
different.
the
like,
lucky girl, the crying dude, which I guess he wasn't really a villain, but like new powers, like even the girl with the metal arm, all that shit.
yeah, I don't. The crying guy's gonna show up again though,
Yeah,
They
because
showed him in this
he's
episode
part of
and
the
he got
Thinker's
away.
plan.
right?
Yeah, because they showed him on the bus.
Yeah.
And then my last thing I wrote on here is I think pretty sure Ralph was reading a Flash comic book at the end when he was sitting there and Barry was talking to him. I'm pretty sure it said the Flash All Stars on there, which is the thing DC does. They do like they have All Star Batman, All Star Superman.
Oh,
I'm not positive, but I don't think they have a real All Star Flash comic.
Yeah. It looked like Flash many of the pages open, but I didn't
Like,
pay any
I
attention.
totally missed.
Like, it didn't even
at the
didn't even
end-
occur to me.
At the end, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna yell at me, Barry?" And I totally missed what Barry would have yelled at him for because I was trying to figure out if that comic was Flash. And I saw it said All Star, and I think it said Flash up top. And then when he flipped it, it was a comic book. I was like, "Okay, it probably is."
Right.
Which makes sense because they have like Flash toys, like we've seen in Arrow.
Yeah.
William has a Flash backpack.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So what do you think about the ending when they showed up to can't think of the Thinker's house?
Well,
And his wife answered, and then he showed up looking like Reverse Flash in the
yeah.
wheelchair.
And even on the next one, it seems like Barry's the only one who's like really not.
They probably edited it a little bit that
Oh,
way.
well,
Like
for
I bet,
sure.
like Team Flash is on it, but everybody else is against them, kind of, you know.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it, but yeah,
it
you're
did-
right.
It did seem like Iris is against him, though.
Yeah. I don't know because I don't know what his plan is. Obviously,
Yeah, I do like that.
but like this was part of it.
Yeah, that next episode we'll get to see more of him, especially interacting
He
with Barry.
certainly doesn't look the same, does he?
No, yeah. So I mean, definitely put a wig on at the end because he's clearly bald with that shit on his head.
And then that girl said he was his wife.
Yeah. Do you think they're really married, or do you think they're just partners and that's kind of their
They might be married.
shtick?
I mean, they could be. Why else would you stay with some creep?
I kind of liked it. It was, I think it might have been in the middle. Whenever they were getting the Council of Wells together, I liked when she brought up the fact like, oh, they're doing this kind of a lot quicker than you anticipated.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I've already thought of this conversation 15 times and whatever. But I like how she's kind of like, they're better than you thought. So like, I can
Yeah.
see like, because I mean, we all know Barry's gonna beat the Thinker in the end of the season.
Did you think so?
I do think so. But I like how we're seeing like he may be kind of full of himself. Like he is smart. He can think of any situation like
Oh,
that.
for sure, he's full of.
But
shit.
he's gonna overthink situations. I think, and that's how they'll beat him.
yeah,
To that, because like he'll be like, oh, this is how the way he's gonna play out, and then it's not gonna play out, and then like he'll be like, I think that's be part of the way. So I like that they're introducing that already.
yeah. Well, it's to the point where like like last year at this point we're like, who's Savitar and everything.
Yeah.
We already know who this guy is. So I guess the question is, what is his plan?
Yeah, that's cool. And like, it is interesting though that we've seen so much of him, and it is still vague like what his plan is, because like we've seen him just accumulate metahumans, which you can assume he's making an army or whatever.
Yeah, like
But-
this girl can do things with
With inanimate objects.
Thank you.
And
Another-
like that one guy is like he's a love drug. Like you can see that like altering how people think, and like the unlucky girl can cause bad shit. Like it could just all cause chaos.
It's like the perfect,
But I don't-
perfect storm of metahumans.
I don't know what like does he want Barry dead? Does he just want Barry to have a bet? Like I don't know that.
right.
But it's interesting that we don't know yet. So I'm assuming is we'll get the next episode. Well, Barry will be against him, and like they'll kind of argue. Then we'll get the crossover, and then we'll probably get some big cliffhanger where we get his plan revealed, because there'll be
Right.
only be one episode left after, which is crazy. Only two
Yeah.
episodes left in the back
Yeah.
half. So that it'll be interesting to see where we go from there.
Yeah, like I'm excited for the crossover, but I also just want to see
Just
where this
go-
goes.
like, where it goes.
Yeah.
I am happy though this season that how they're doing the crossover, which is just 2 nights. Because like last season, especially if they did it the same way this season, because we'd see like 3 episodes and then there'd be a break
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Arrow, whatever. So like they moved Arrow to Monday night and they just get it 2 nights. not just to get it out of the way, but we get to see it all and then go back to normal instead of us spreading
Right.
out through a week.
No, yeah, it's like one lump sum kind
Yeah,
of
and
thing.
from what I'm hearing from everybody, like I'm even listening to Inside of You, which is Michael Rosenbaum's podcast. He had Danielle Panabaker on there, and this I think she was on around the time they were filming it, and she said this is like the biggest crossover they've ever done.
Do they say that every year?
Well, they've been only really done a couple, but yeah, she said
But-
she's like in all the ways that like, cause like they're
This is the
they're-
third one, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically fourth because like they had the mini one, the Flash and Arrow, you know,
Yeah.
but like
those
not
are-
really.
Yeah.
I
mean, technically.
but she's like because people are playing multiple characters and like
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that. So like it'll be really interesting. I last year I loved it, like the crossover.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that
liked
was
it too.
some of my favorite episodes from all the shows. Was last season's crossover.
It's the only Legend of Tomorrow episode I watched.
Nick, just keep watching those ones and you'll be like, wow, this show's pretty good. You don't gotta watch the other ones and then it'll taint your. Although I've heard from some people that they think this season of Legends is like the best of like all the shows, like these episodes.
What do they say about Supergirl?
People love it. We're the only ones that don't like Supergirl. Which, by the way, if you guys watch our recaps, we didn't do one last night for Supergirl because we hated the episode, and it really kind of boring just coming on here and be like, oh, I hated this about the episode. I hated this about the episode. Like, we didn't like a single thing about it, and it was a filler episode. Like nothing happened.
That's not true.
What?
I kind of liked their little friend, but then they killed him off.
Who killed Kenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those
It just
bastards.
But I usually like I enjoy watching the show more than he does. And at the end of it, I was like, I don't feel like talking about this episode. We'll just skip it. There's no reason to. We'll just talk about it next week. Because next week Monel's back. We'll love that.
Yeah, I can't imagine someone enjoying that show last week.
Like I looked on Twitter after we decided not to do a video, and everyone's like, "Oh, I love more episodes like this. Let's get a spin-off of these girls." Like people love the show now.
Seriously?
And me and we're in the minority. Which like my thing is too is I got this problem where like if like they start a new Netflix series of Marvel, they start all the shit. I just have to watch it, even if I hate it. Like I feel like I you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna miss something. So like if they start a new DC show, even if I don't like it, I like if I hear something that happened on Supergirl, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have saw that.
Well, why didn't you feel like that when I watched the first season of Gotham and liked it?
Well, because Gotham's not connected to anything else, so I could just skip that. But now Gotham's good. Oh, I am.
Yeah, now I don't
I'm
watch
2
it.
weeks behind in Gotham, but it's good.
I stopped watching Gotham to watch Supergirl.
Yeah,
And I've
mistake.
regretted it ever since.
But any other things you want to say about Flash before we wrap up this birthday cake and send it off to Jimmy?
You know, sometimes you just shouldn't talk like that. No, I don't know. I was excited for tonight's episode, and it was fun.
Did you overhype yourself, you think?
I don't know if I can get that crazy. Like, I enjoyed the episode.
Mhm.
I love Ralph, and I like him and Barry working together, and, like, I want to know what the Thinker's doing, but the Harrison Wells stuff I thought was average at best.
They definitely kind of hyped it up more than
Yeah, like, I didn't...
they needed to.
I blame you, because I wouldn't even known it was coming, and you're like, no, he's going to play, like, 5 different guys.
Which he did. I like how they just popped
There's
up to,
4.
like, the Gandalf, him from Lord of the Rings.
Okay, 5 for a second.
Yeah. He was, oh, you forgot about me. And he's like, oh, no, not that guy. That was pretty funny.
I was disappointed in that part, but the rest of the show is just good like all the rest of them.
Yeah, I think that so far out of like all the seasons of Flash, this is probably the strongest like continuing one like that.
It'll
Like
be,
I haven't not liked an episode this season of Flash.
it'll be
yet.
interesting to see how they can keep it as funny and goofy, and
As
then
when
still
the villain's like succeeding or whatever.
yeah, and then have a bad guy come after you and
Yeah, which
try
is
to kill you
going,
or whatever. He's
going
gonna
back
try
to the crossover. They
not
said
Callie.
they said that like this crossover like it's super funny. There's super big moments like that, but they also said they guarantee we're gonna cry in the crossover. So we'll see. We'll see if you shed a tear, pal.
There's no fucking way.
Although the thing is, they said it's gonna come from Legends, so I'm assuming it's just spoilers if you don't want to know anything about Legends of Tomorrow.
that'll-
Victor Garber's leaving, which is the old man in Firestorm,
Yeah.
so probably gonna kill him off.
Yeah. Why would that make me cry?
Because everybody loves him. Like it would make me,
I don't
it'd make me sad if he cried. Because like that means there's no
If he
way.
cried.
No, I mean, sorry, it'd make me sad if he died. But I don't think I'm gonna cry. Like
Oh, I was
the only
glad
thing
he
that would
did.
make me really sad is if they like, and there is pictures online, spoilers again for Arrow this time. If they killed off Felicity, but that would ruin Arrow because it would just make no sense.
I'd be pissed off if they killed off Felicity.
Yeah, that would really annoy me. But I'd also be like, wow, they got balls,
I'd just be
like
mad.
big juicy balls.
I'd just be mad.
Think we should wrap this up?
Yeah, you're talking about balls.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching our Flash recap review, guys. We'll be back next Tuesday for another Flash review. Then after that, we'll talk about the crossover. That'll be interesting. So when we do the crossover to Monday night episode, Tuesday night, that'll be long videos.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't work.
Yeah, that'll really put a wrench in there. I'll have to sit by myself. Be like, I like this about the crossover, guys.
Is that a wrench?
What do you think, Nick? Oh, nothing? Okay.
But that was a wrench?
Yeah.
Why would you stab somebody with a wrench?
All right, we're done. Bye, guys.